First things first. Can we see the writing on the screen? We can. Excellent. Dog is good. All the time. All the time. Dog is good. Next, let's see if we can find the BBT game that Tzofi just played. I don't have any direction from Tzofi on what we're looking for here, so we're kind of looking for general advice, everybody. So let's talk through that. Criticism is good, right? But constructive criticism is actually good. So try to give constructive criticism. That means not, hey, I hated that setup. It's, here's a thing you could have done better. I think that's a great way to frame it. It's always, what can we improve on? At the end of this, what I really would love it to be is, we get to a place where we can say, here are 2 things you can look at on your turns. For example, maybe it's your setup, chasing 2 dice blocks, that kind of stuff. So you blame that, coach? All right. I agree. Girl Scout cookies can be a little expensive move, but they're good. It's a once a year kind of thing. It's like getting the Shamrock Shake over at McDonald's, All right. So, first things first, y'all. Every time you start a game, let's make sure you take a look at what are your threats going to be. In this case, we have 1 ward answer. We have 1 catcher. 2 ward answers, sorry. We have a strength down lino. That's probably something I'd be looking to bully. We have 1 block lino and a dirty player. So probably we're looking at like a Daka and a tree. We're playing Vamps with the Vargeist. We do have 2 runners now, 2 throwers. That's excellent. And we have 1 kick. So, depending on how the toss goes, it's going to determine the rest of this matchup. It looks like the toss was won by Treat Me Right. So, Mr. Voodoo Chili won it and chose to receive or kick the ball. Was that a Merc Dancer? Did I miss that? It is a Merc Dancer, isn't it? This is an interesting setup. Okay, so just kind of like offset Chevs, more or less. That's fine. And you're on offense, so... same thing as always. Against Woodies, I really don't know if you need to think too much about... I'll say this. You need to think about what you're doing, but you don't need to quick score, and you kind of don't want to. So, given where they're set up, they're 3 back. Fine. And all here, I think you could stall a turn or 2. That'd be kind of my game plan. So, try to bang. I hope that's what you're doing. Blitz would probably be here because then I could open up a block on the tree with the Vargeist. It's pretty nice if you get it. Super nice if you get it. So if Blitz is there, means this is a block. This is a block. And then the Varg goes, and then just sit back. Try not to get turnover. Hold in the back in your end zone. No, I don't usually run music, Raccoon. I figure if folks want to listen to music, they can play their own. They can score early, BB Nut, but I don't know. I'd be hard-pressed to pass up this block on the tree. I'd be really hard-pressed. Because that tree just might not get up again, right? Cool, so we got the ball. I think he's probably fine just to sit back. The other reason I'd be a little concerned about scoring quickly is just, yeah, you can score quick and yeah, you shouldn't, but you got the Vargeist, right? Like, you can do it for 2 players. What's wrong with that? It's really probably not a good idea. Oh, shit. We're 1D'ing the tree. It's 3. Yes. couple safe moves you could have done here first, right? You knew the ball was actually safer back here before you threw the block. So once you move the ball up, you kind of want to think about where's the rest of your team going to be and just go ahead and move them into position before you do anything else. I like this blitz and hitting that. Totally fine. If you decided not to fight the twat magnet, which is actually the right choice, even though I would probably take the bait. Then you could have made this 3 dice with block, and that would have been a better choice. But you get it anyway, so... And you get the kill, so that's extra nice. It does. I mean, if you're playing with the Vargeist, what else are you using the Vargeist for other than banging? Oh, probably liked that one going there. We're giving up some width on the pitch when we probably don't need to. Could they have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rush? Nah, maybe a 1D? Be tough though. Tree doesn't stand, so now see, he's knocked down the tree. So now he can just leave. Could have just left anyway, so. It's turn 2, so we don't really need to move forward too much here. Again, I like just picking a spot and going for it and chilling at that point. I don't really mind chasing casualties on the Varg, even though you don't have Mighty Blow here. There's a lot of things that are killable, and he can just eat up a lot of space, especially with the tree being down, so I'd probably be blitzing with him. It's not amazing to do it, right? But you need to get SPP on your Varg. So I like that. It would have been good, I think, to see a blitz probably on this piece from the Varg, or this piece. And you could have made this one 3 dice. I like this one more just because it's further away from the tree, and then probably caging somewhere around this area here, right? Like this area. So that's what I'm thinking. But all in all, this is a lot better. I'm loving the consistency about protecting your ball, Tzofi. I think that's really good. Hypno's good, yeah. Looks like we're blitzing with the Varg here. Oh, we're not. We're blitzing here, okay. That's fine too. Do have 4 players still, so I guess that's okay. I liked keeping the Varg up here, to be honest with you. I like maybe putting it right there, because then it's touching a bunch of things. Blocks out that dodge square, lets him hold space, and gets him further away from the tree, because the tree right now has to stand, and then it has to rush twice just to tag anything, and that's pretty nice. So putting it here means the tree stands and does 1 rush, and he'll almost certainly go for it if it stands. Twat? No, it's twat. We're in the United States here, bud. You probably pronounce the G as a hard G in GIF too. Wait, GIF? Wait, soft G, that's what I'm looking for. There are words that I'm saying and I'm not sure what they are. So again, this is fine. You're carrying on a strength 4, so this isn't terrible. He doesn't have strip ball. You're in a nice spot. The tree can't dodge anymore, but he could blitz. That's pretty good for him. But again, no timber on that, so it's a little rough. I'm guessing he just tries to stand it. There's a chain push here. I don't know what that would get him, though. Does it get him anything? Not really, huh? Yeah, so it's just dodge away. Guessing he just tries to stand this up. Pulls away here. Maybe blitzes this thing. It has strip? This doesn't look like it has strip. It just has block and leap. If it has strip, then there's a UI bug. Something's up with it. Yep, this is good. Tree stands, everybody's happy. And he's just going to try to stand in front of you. Nice. What's the exact thing I thought it would? Leave it on the tree. Super fine. Risk averse, I like it. Yeah, you see that. I love it. Good block. This is probably my blitz target if I can get to it, which you should be able to. Maybe just hypno this and surf that thing. Free removal. Oh, we're going back in on the tree. Okay. Okay. All right. I know I talked about wanting to do it on turn 1. I loved it on turn 1. It's probably a bit of an overcommitment. I don't love it on this turn. You don't really need to move forward, but you could also just ignore it at this point. It doesn't really do anything. And it's also 2 into 1, right? So this is like super risky. It's a 1 and 9 to start. It's 2 into 1. I like it. I mean, you get a lot of value out of it, which is great, but I don't love going for it there. Now that you've got it, though, we're here. Fine. I think you just cage right there, and then everything kind of builds around it. You know, we're starting to get to turn 3, and so figuring out more ways to exert pressure on your opponent is probably a good idea. He's got a lot of things that are down. So I wouldn't hate maybe putting a vamp here. If this one could have gotten there, that would have been nice. But just finding ways to create more and more pressure, I think is good. Can you do anything to make these dodge outs worse? I don't think so. I guess maybe you're gonna have to cage here because you don't want to leave that on. So yeah, cage is gonna have to go there. So he could stay there. That one could go there. Ball can go here. Nah, you don't even need to move the damn cage, actually. You probably don't even need to take the risk. Reroll text. Yeah, I like the way you're thinking about that. K2. Trying to figure out ways to make this more difficult for them, yeah. I think is really good. Oh, I actually like this quite a bit. I don't like basing the ward answer, but I like what you were doing here. You could have even just put it here, right? Because then the dodge out's really hard, and it kind of says you need to blitz here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's not really a way. I really like this vamp here too. This thrall probably could have been right there though, right? It's about the same but safer. Doesn't leave the 2 die on or uphill. Which, yeah. No fighting the tree, yeah. All right, so now we're on turn 4, right? We do want to start thinking about taking some space. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, maybe it's just blitzing this thing, trying to surf it. It does leave your Varg kind of trapped on the sidelines, though, and I don't love that. So... But it is probably a blitz with the Vargeist. Yeah, I'm not sure I have a good reason for it, but I kind of think it's this one here. You can go there. If you get the PAL, that's awesome. You get your Varg into the action, and you can put the Varg there. And then we can just kind of hold this space here. Thrall can come up to meet him. And then now he's going to have a hard time dealing with it, and then probably the cage ends up somewhere like here. Away from the tree. And then at the very end, this one goes over here to tag the tree, so it's not getting into the shit. Next turn, we really want to be thinking about being forward. I want the surf here too, Ajax. I think you have to commit too much to get it. It would be nice, but so is just creating a bunch of pressure points for him. If you get the POW, it's here. If you don't get the POW, then you're probably here, and you're forcing him to, you know, dodge away. This is good too, actually. I really like that. This is nice, Sophie. Again, don't love being near the tree. That's less good, but I do like the blitz. Good patience, though, bringing the ball forward. I think this is really good. Oh, we're fouling the tree. Just in general, probably don't foul trees. Armor 11 plus with thick skull is not a great foul target, especially if you don't have dirty player. We're uphilling. Oh, we get you. Amazing scatter. That's a god scatter.
Has resubscribed to the channel.
Hey, thanks, Sophie.
Thanks for being a supporter.
It's become. You know, I've actually turned the ads down too, just in general. So this is what I was afraid of with being around the tree, right? So going for the foul if you don't get it means there's a 50% chance you have a tree touching literally everything, and that's sucks. So if you had caged, you know, one to the right here, away from the tree, or gone forward like I was suggesting, you know, this might still happen, but now the tree's not making you roll a bunch of dice. Yeah, I turned them down to 3 minutes every hour. But it feels like they're all the time. This is fine, yeah. One hypno. Oh, we hit the tree again. Yeah. Well, if you just do that, BB Nut, the tree is not a problem. Goes for the green. Love it. I would have liked to see this being carried on a vamp. A 4 strength. Okay. I don't love this either. I think you're just giving him a 1D with block on the ball. Yeah, there it is. If he doesn't get it, it's quite good. But he gets it. So this is just one of those things. You do 4 minutes of ads with 1 minute ad breaks. Maybe I'll take a look at setting that up. You know, that seems better. This is something to just kind of think about, right? If you know your opponent's playing Wood Elves, which you do, you know that one of the things they're going to look at is probably sometime around turn 4 through 7, they are going to cage dive you and they are going to roll dice to try to turn you over, right? So you're working to get as forward as much as you can with making that as difficult as you can for them. So this is when like the Venga bus comes in handy, right? And part of the reason why people do it, and just make sure folks know what the Venga bus is. It's a piece here, a piece here, a piece here, a piece here. Ball typically goes like here or here, either one, and then another piece here. Whole reason being they are going to 100% have to roll uphill dice. Now with vamps, because you're carrying on a strength 4, if you're doing that, you don't necessarily need it to be this wide. You can go for the more traditional cage and do it a little bit differently, right? You can go something like this. You can put your ball carrier in the center, here, here. And then depending upon where the war dancer is going to come in from, either a piece here or a piece here, something like this, right? And it's much tighter and more difficult for them to get in, okay? So it becomes way more difficult for them to do the leap in or the dodge in to actually get contact with the ball. The thing about it being is you just have to plan for this. Now, if you're playing like a bash team, the same thing is going to be true. Typically, you want to put guard on the corners, and then you can just kind of like put a piece somewhere in one of these squares that they're going to come through. The Venga bus is what I said, yeah. The other thing you could do is like just pay attention to this, right? So you've got options on how to deal with things there. You just have to make sure that you're planning for it. Same thing was going to be true here on the last turn when we're looking at this. So you're standing up this guy, and this is totally fine. I like where you're going with it. but maybe we could have done this a little bit better, right? So we know we're on the ground at the start of this turn, and we know we want him to be the one to pick it up. So I don't mind this block, especially because you're already in this situation. I think it's fine, but maybe there's a better way we could do it, right? Standing him up, throw this block, fish for the POW, fine. After that, maybe this is the blitz because this is a canceled. So this becomes the blitz. Now he's pushed out. And then you have other options still to go, right? Which is, all right, he's marked, he's blitzed out. You can throw this one next. Now the ball's cleared, and we can start building our cage. Going somewhere with it. And even in the situation you had wherein you just picked up the ball and then moved back, I think that would have been fine to do with the leader thrower because he's strength 4. Your opponent can't get a assist on it. So you could have just picked up the ball at that point and come over here. Stood there. It's turn 5. It's not great. So the next turn we know we're going to have to throw extra dice to actually get a piece forward. But if you got the POW here, and you got the ball secured, maybe even the ball ends up over in this square because you're like actually good to go. And then, your runner can come forward to be a scoring threat on the next turn. So it's little things like that mitigate the risk quite a bit. The way it went was obviously because we carry on the runner, then it gives him the 1D on the ball. And a 1D on the ball with block against a non-block or dodge piece is what? A 50% chance without a reroll, 75 with. So the odds of him getting you down are actually really good on a 1D. Could just roll a skull. See it all the time, but it's pretty good. Hopefully that makes sense. Sucks to suck. Get out of here, War Dancer. You're ugly and you smell bad. Turn 6. You really can't afford to chase a foul on this turn. You can, however, clear all these pieces and recover the ball. So just something to look at here would be block here. A chains pushes him forward. That gets him into that square. Now this is a block here. If you get the POW on that one, and even if you don't, you get another block there. And now the ball just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can be all the way over here. For a couple 2+, you can be forward. And then actually, because you have these pieces here, Varg can go, he can come forward, and go there, and then he can come forward and go here. And now you have a screen, and the ball's all the way forward. So I'll look at little things like that. I haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite in years, Ajax. This is fine too, though. This is good. If you didn't follow, that chain pushes here now, and you can actually just throw that block. Handoff? What is this? Why are we trying to score on the leader piece? Oh, because you wanted to bang out a pass to go out there. I don't think you needed to do that. So, you got some SPP. That was cool. But maybe just go pick up the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Handoff. That would have been pretty cool too. And then if you wanted to do that, I don't think you need to do it. It's turn 6, so as long as you get forward, you're good. And he's out of rerolls. Let's just make him roll a bunch of dice. I don't even hate the reward part, the risk part of it. I just think I think you could have just done the handoff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rush. You need to be on this row here. 6, 7, 8. Rush. So, yeah. It's a little bit ambitious, isn't it? But hey, can't argue with results. Is he still in range? Maybe. Are you out of rerolls? Yes. Bitwise, you get it, man. You get it. This is smart by your opponent. They're forcing you to have pressure. You have to score on the next turn, so you're going to give them 2 turns, which not bad for Woodies. I think this is really just a cleanup turn. I don't think you should be doing anything here other than, because you're out of rerolls, just running it in. Yeah, and same thing here, Zophie. This is, you're just taking a little extra like risk of removal when you don't need to. Whoa. Yeah. I don't love this. Exactly. Just what we were talking about here, right? You have to eat that because of this. So it's not amazing. Both KOs come back. That's not great. Setup here is stay wide, right? You don't want to sit back necessarily. Here, they have 2 turns, so denying them space is more important. I kind of like being super aggressive here because we're up players. Maybe a thrall here, a vamp here. That's probably a thrower. And then mirroring on the other side, and then just staying super wide. Thrall goes here. Thrall definitely goes here. And then runner's probably here. Runner's probably here. Another thrall here. And then just saying, come in here. Try to do what you can. I like that anyway. I like being aggressive. Yeah, 1 and 9 would have been horrendous. It's also fine to sit back with vamps. So I hate giving space. If I can avoid giving space, I hate giving space. Yeah, no, that makes sense. The nice thing is with vamps, right? It's like you can just hypno and hit things, so it's not like it's the end of the world. And in a lot of ways, that's probably a better thing for you. He doesn't have a thrower, so that's just a nice space for you to be in. But you can just come over here and hypno this. Hypno this. Fine. You already have a thrall on it. You don't have to risk a failure state for that. Yeah, your response, again, it should just be hypnos, no matter what happens here. It's like, you run over here, you hypno this one. You run over here, you hypno this one. He comes over here, he hypnos that one. Is that right? Maybe this isn't quite right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's going to be a rush involved here somewhere. Isn't there? Okay, all right. This has got to be it then. He comes over here. You go there. Hypno. And then you come over here. Hypno. And now you come over here. Hypno. Right? Probably we can get a thrall in here as well, right there. Maybe. And then I'm thinking, is this guy even in square range? This is 7, 8, 9. So yeah, he needs to be hypnoed as well. This guy right there. So he's got to be a hypno target. So then you come over here, and then you come over here, and then it's got to be this one here. That's got to be that way. Am I making this crazy? That seems right to me, though. That would just be like horrendous for him to deal with. And then everything's hypnoed, so he can't even do the handoff, even if he gets the pickup. I don't know if he gets the pickup, obviously. He might. If I were him, I probably would have tried to score on this War Dancer, though, rather than this one. Well, that's a choice. Well, okay, so... Same thing is all true. But I guess I'd just be tagging this one with thralls. Everything gets tagged here. You go there. You go there. Thrall maybe goes there. Vargas maybe goes there. Now he's just like... Yeah, actually, maybe the Vargas can go there if you can get to it. But everything's still true. Not even sure you need to blitz anything. Yeah, it's all hypnos all the time, baby. Do your other ones first. You can fail a Bloodlust, you can fail a Hypno, but you cannot fail a Rush. Hi, Cat. Pass on the Linos as a 4+ as well, bitwise. I like this. This was good. Puts a tackle zone on that. You probably didn't need a bite there. I'm assuming he doesn't get this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Rush. Handoff is there. Then it's already done the blitz though, so just trying to. Oh, he's doing the leap. Oh baby, yeah. We needed to get a hypno on him. War Dancers, man. So same thing, right? Like we talked about, just make sure that you hypno things if you can. I mean, Vamps are so hard to get a 2-turn against because they can just say you can't catch anymore. And you can force them into like a 6-up pass. And without a reroll, that's really bad. There's no tree on the pitch anymore. So you really have some more options available to you as far as like, what are you doing and how aggressive can you be? So I wouldn't mind actually splitting these up, you know, split your line here. So that way they have to throw the blocks or throw the dodges. And then just bring pieces forward, force them to roll dice because you're now in a position where you have to turn them over because they got their 2-turn. So be more aggressive. Cat, you are being really annoying. Yeah, you're cute, but you're annoying. You know that? So, and just while he's doing this, he's clearly going to DACA right now, right? So while he's doing this, it can be super aggressive. And same thing that we just talked about. Like a Thrall goes here, a Vamp goes here, a Thrall goes here, Thrall goes here, Thrall goes here, you know, Thrall goes there. Or actually there. And a Vamp goes there. And now he's just like, he's stuck in. Cat. Y'all have cats? You know your cats do this? The moment you start like setting down, they just jump in your lap and they say, hey, you will pay attention to me. I don't care what you say, dude. Wider is better here. You don't need to bite this. You should just let it go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're going in. I did not expect that. Oh, that's a nice removal, though. So wider is better, just in general, and I don't know. I like keeping my players one square back like this on the first turn of a Daka defense. So he could have been here. The vamp could have been there. He can stay here. They would have gone back one. They would have gone back one. And then you honestly could put one over there, or wherever you want to. I understand why you're doing this now with the VAR guys, because if you're going to take this risk, you're kind of funneling them a direction, right? So maybe even shifting these over a little bit. Say either, hey, come deal with the Vargeist, or come down this direction. And you do that just by positioning. You put things in the way. He decides to deal with the Vargeist. I don't love this. I'm not sure how he's going to keep the ball safe. He doesn't keep the ball safe. That's the answer here. This is so easy for you to get to, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, rush. Just had a rushing range for that one. But you can get it with this one. So I'm thinking that's what I would do. Thrall goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hypno this. Okay. Next Thrall goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here. Vamp goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hypno. Blitz comes in. That Thrall's... yeah, I could see what you're saying. You don't necessarily need that, though, right? I guess... Can you get to 3 dice on the ball? You might be able to, yeah, huh? So then you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Then the Hypno's here. How do you turn this one off, though? Raccoon, I've been trying. I'm trying really hard. I don't see an easy way to get 2 dice on the ball, or 3 dice. Maybe it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rush. So that's a rush there. Now you Hypno here. Then that's a Hypno. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So he goes here. Then he's here. And then now the Blitz comes in like that. And that's 3 dice. Yeah, I like that. Could even say, yeah, if that Thrall's going there, then yeah. Yeah, that's way better. I like that. So you know your angle though, right? You know you can get an assist here. You're all in at this point, but I think it's worth going for this. Especially if you can turn this off. 3 dice. It's a strength 2 piece move. Yeah, so that should be 3 dice. So, I mean, you can't score from where you're at, so you do have to recover the ball. You're probably eating a block back when you do this, so however you end up getting there. After this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rush. You probably end up over here with this Vamp. I think it's worth it to throw the rushes and force them to do a 3+ out. Because you're still eating 2 dice on the ball, but you're limiting this. I'd go for this 100% though. There's no doubt in my mind I would do this. But, you know, the other side of it is he's made a huge mistake here, and you can kind of see that he might just do it again. right? So maybe it's worth it to just not go for it. But I think it'd have been worth it. Or he's just going to make the same mistake again. Never mind. Okay, well, he's made the same mistake again. We'll just go through it real quick. So, Hypno is here. I'd probably do it with this thrower. Yeah, Hypno goes there. That means a Thrall needs to be here. And then Hypno is probably here. And he steps in. This is your recovery piece. So knowing that, maybe you don't do it. Rest of the Thralls come back this direction, and then it's just a 2+ to hit the ball for 2 dice. 1, 2, 3. 2 dice with block this time. It's really good. He only has 1 reroll too, so making him roll dice is so important here. Looks like we're going for it this time. I love it. I love it. We're all in. This is good, Sophie. Oh, you even put in the cover for the Failure State cover for the Bloodlust. I don't love this spot, by the way. I think I like him better here. Gets the POW. Okay. This is good. Varg be Vargin. He's looking for the scatter, it looks like, yeah? No? Doesn't go for the scatter. Handoff. What is this? Why are we doing a handoff? Did he snake that? No. See, I think this is why I liked it better right there, because then it forces him to the edge. But it doesn't matter, you're just going to get 2 dice on this again, right? Alright, let's take a look. How do we get it? How do we get it here? Is it a Hypno here? Dodge? Hypno here? Step in? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? And then just come in on this line. Could I even get a Hypno Gaze on this piece? How many vamps do I have? I have 4. So, no Hypno. Block? Seems doable. I feel like it's there. Hypno the loner below the ball, and then what? For a follow-up hit. Yeah, I like that, actually. So if you're doing that, then that means he's going here. Is he doing this? 4, 5, 6. Rush. Yeah, see, that's not great. It would have to be him who did it. So he would have to do the Hypno there. You don't even need to do the Hypno here for the 2 dice. Yeah, there's definitely like 100 ways to do this. I'm not sure which is the better one. Whichever one leaves one of these runners free is probably the better one, because then you have recovery. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is great, actually. I like this. Now Zophie can actually get a Hypno on the War Dancer. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rush, rush, hypno. Yeah, just throw the 3+. Yep, there it is. You don't get a runner free for this, though. That's the only thing that sucks. Follow on it. Maybe? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful scatter. Bat Puppy just goes. You love it. And 1D Pal's the war dancer. I love this. This is nice pacing, Zophie. I really like what I'm seeing. Compared to the first game we watched, you're doing so good. Yep. That's a scary scatter. Not sure I love it. Yeah. I think you are, yeah. Okay, so let's work through this turn next, right? We know you're opening with a block from the Thrall. It's fine. I think it is just Hypno and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And after the Hypno, I mean, you can just put it in now, too. You can eat the Bloodlust on that if you can get the Hypno here. I quite like that. Maybe step it in there. Blitz is good, too. Love the Blitz. It's just as good. Push him there. There. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's fine. Chasing a couple blocks. Nothing wrong with that. Don't love doing it when you only have one reroll, but I think that's fine. And now you're in. Up 2-0. Nice play. This is a lot better, Zophia. This is really good. Let's go look at your setup here. Same thing. This is fine. Cups is fine. It gives you a chance to respond. It protects your vampires. I don't have any problem with it. Oh, it's 2-1. 2-1. Okay, you're right. Okay, so it's 2-1. Let's actually talk about that. Love blitzing this. Think this is phenomenal. Maybe do it with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just an idea, because it has a block, and then you can get in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just be forward. I actually love the idea of just doing a couple hypnos on these things that matter, right? Because they're probably going to look for some handoffs and try to go up 2-2. So this is a little rowdy. You can't hypno on a blitz. That is right. Good point. I always forget that. I ask it every time I'm setting up about vamps. Bloodlust, that's fine. Because you failed the Bloodlust, I probably wouldn't have gone forward, though. Because you just can't pick up the ball, right? On tabletop, you can, you're right. Being in this square is a little dangerous, too. Just be careful with that. Oh, no. Yeah, I'd Apo it. Apo? Dead into dead? Regen? Regen? Yeah, regen's a good skill. Yeah, and something to keep in mind too, right? Like, as long as we're talking about it, you got a blitz, which is phenomenal. You kind of want to know, you think about when you're this far up with the blitz, what are they going to do to win this game, right? Or to at least draw it? And so I really like the idea of just tagging things and making them roll more dice and cutting off whatever their score is going to be. So I actually really like the idea of leaving the Vargeist here. It's tying up two players. Neither of them have dodge. He has no rerolls. I like it. He's just doing some work there. This Thrall, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Thrall could have gone up to the ball That would have been great. And actually, then you have the ability to go forward with the reroll, right? So, yeah, there were some things there that probably would have been a little bit better. And just making sure you stay in front of them. Make the ability to go forward difficult, is kind of what I'm saying. All right, so they've recovered the ball. Fine. Same thing here. We're now thinking about, all right, it's turn 14. I scored on their drive. They have 2 turns. The only thing I need to do is make sure that they can't get forward, and then I win this game. So I love this block. I think this is good. I like doing it with block more. So that way we don't have to do the bite if we don't want to. Love the blitz. This is a good one. Staying in front of them. Honestly, I kind of like blitzing here because it limits options more. You can shove right here if you wanted to. Like a piece can just come up. Yeah, nothing wrong with these hypnos. If you're going to bring them forward, let's do it. But right now, the only thing I'm a little bit worried about would be these ward answers if they go forward, right? Well, what do you have to deal with them? You're faster, so you have this runner, but just something to be watching for. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to go for. This isn't great for him. It's probably going to be a sideline cage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. It's not terrible. This seems not great for him. And that being said, I do actually like keeping your block piece back. Yeah. Keeping the block piece back here. So that way, knowing that he's probably going to try to come forward and his catcher doesn't have a survival other than dodge, this would be my best shot at getting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I still go for it. Hypno here, yeah. Since he didn't activate these. It's riskier, but far more likely to get him. Double rush to Varg Surf, yeah, that would do it. God Scatter into your hands, perfect. Magnet hands, always the best. I would tag these two with the Varg. That's what I'd be looking at. And then this could then come down here. Just put the Varg here. Right? Then he has to dodge them away. But he just fails the first thing he does. You wouldn't have a Varg? That's why you're not fun, BB Nut. That's why everybody says that BB Nut guy is no fun. He's definitely more reliable than the Varg guys, that's for sure. Oh, can you... You can chain this forward, can't you? A blitz right here? And you're forward, and then you're going. I love this play. Oh, no! You didn't do it! You didn't do it, Zophie! You were so close! You blitzed that corner right there. You chain push forward. And now you're in scoring range. Oh! I loved it so much. This was a good one, Zophie. I really liked a lot of it. You know, things we talked about this time, I think, were just a lot of overall strategy stuff. Like BB Nut said, probably don't fight the twat magnet if you can avoid it. Simple things like that. We talked about the caging, right? Marking out the ward answers as threats. Leap is a hard thing to track and a hard thing to plan for, but you got to do it. Otherwise, they turn you over. We talked about picking up on the 4 strength there when it could have been done. that would have helped you make the ball a little bit safer. Little things like that. I mean, this was a lot better though than the first one. You're definitely getting the hang of them, and I'm excited to see the next one. So that's good. Moo, BB Nut, anybody? Y'all see anything else you feel like I'm missing? I feel like that pretty well covers it. Just a couple little things like that I think are stuff that I would want to see changed a little bit, but it's not you. I know that, BB Nut. But hey, thanks for letting us do this one, Zophie. This was a lot of fun. I love watching these vamp ones. Dude, it's not you. You're playing flings in this league, and it's gross.